So I'm trying out the pen name J.M. Schmidt, and so that's how I appear in the book. And the excerpt of this story that I'm going to read, which is entitled Improvements, is on page 104 if you want to follow along. There are a few things you need to know to be able, because I'm starting in the middle of the story. One is that this is about a family that is having their house renovated, and they've decided to camp in the backyard for 2 weeks while their house is renovated, but the renovation goes on, and they've been in the backyard now for 8 weeks, and the mother's unraveling. She's begun to refer to her children as her twin children as the fat one and the thin one instead of by their real names, and by the contractor, whose name is Damon Granderson, as Dan Granderson. And finally, the neighbors, the Pumas, have invited them over for dinner. Part 7. And so, the Puma residents. Thing is, the Pumas are lovers of beauty, intentionally living well folk, with an artsy peasant spin, but affluent. They don't buy any plastic shit ever. Their bowls are wooden or ceramic. Their spoons are of a quality that will not bend while scooping ice cream. Their curtains are more like artistically arranged individual hanging threads. Food, organic and local. Teenage daughter goes to bed on time and successful in school. How the hell do they pull it off, I ask myself again and again. Why am I not more like Liz Puma? Though actually, I don't want to be her just to have her stuff. My envy is palpable. It's like a toxic haze that takes over the room every time I walk in and see the newest old-looking thing they've acquired. I vacillate between thoughts of fomenting class warfare because they really don't deserve all this cool, rustic, bohemian stuff, and thinking I really don't deserve to be in the room with people obviously so much finer than dirty little me. Their very presence next door is humiliating. It makes me mad that her husband makes more than me and mine combined, and she gets to have extra hours per week to plan menus and carefully choose clothing and read, for God's sake. I'm the school librarian, right? Why does this useless woman get to read more than I do? Of course, she is not useless. She works part-time as a highly paid business consultant and is an apparently perfect mother. I thank God that at least her offspring is mildly irritating. Would you like something to drink, Miss Shoshana? The teenager asks me. Yes, something alcoholic, please. We have mojitos with fresh mint straight from the garden and basil-infused vodka martinis. Like ad copy, right? Is the basil also straight from the garden? Yes, it is. Like with all her resources, she's aspiring to be a waitress at the Olive Garden. I'll have whichever one will get me drunk faster, please. She giggles and heads for the kitchen. I flop my body onto the chaise lounge next to the window facing our yard and contemplate the disaster. The tent with its shabby simulation of a living space assembled upon the tarp in front of it. The heaps of building materials along with separate heaps of pieces that have been removed from the structure formerly known as our house, but are not yet removed from the premises. The nails and cigarette butts that litter our yard because Dan Granderson and all his ilk appear to be incapable of cleaning up after themselves. Little bits of trash from our campsite blowing around because my children are also incapable. The dog peeing on the new plumbing supplies. The clothesline festooned with dirty towels, which will never completely dry because of the humidity and shade. Mom, they have pork tacos and mango salsa. Fat runs to me, excited by the higher quality food. Eat up, sweetheart. This might be your only excellent meal all week. Maybe they'll let us take the leftovers. We're a poor but proud people, darling. We don't carry home other people's leftovers so they can look out their window and watch us squatting in the dirt eating their food. We have camping chairs, Mom. Yes, right. 2, in fact. So only one of us needs to squat, or 2 if Dad's around. That's right. Think positive. Okay, I love you, Mom. That is a fucking miracle, darling. I'm going to stop there. Thank you.